Hello again. This situation, the topic, is going to be about men in numbers. Some of you already know me and know about the men in numbers. Men is spelled M-Y-N. It is the energy that drives manifestation. Men makes it possible for things to exist where they did not exist before. In this element of information, I'm going to present to you my men in numbers. So for those of you who don't have the list already, let's grab a pen and paper and get ready to write down the following. The number 0 has 4 words connected to it. Release, my, soul, self. The number 1 has 4 words associated with it. Is, done, this, now. The number 2 has 4 words associated with it. Join, compromise, partner, friend. The number 3 has 4 words associated with it. Trust. Men, that's as in men in numbers, or men is the energy that drives manifestation. One more time. 3 has 4 words associated with it. Trust. Men, blessing, prosperity. The number 4 has 4 words associated with it. Support, through, means, convey. Number 5, receive, accept, grant, present. Number 6, joy, laugh, serve, content. The number 7, work, ability, enable, capable. 8, build, form, store, structure. Number 9, action, feel, move, test. Now, I have been working on this code for about 20 years. It started back in Windows 3.1, and I was learning to program using what was called GW Basic. And what I was trying to do was come up with a program that could take words that I would choose from a list and present them randomly on the screen as if the computer was presenting words for conversation to me. I spent several years trying to make that happen, but I needed to have a random character generator. Random enough to where the numerical processes would not always be an influence, because how numbers go, it always goes down to the last possible number, and that makes it not really random, because the outcome can be calculated. It had to be something random. So I've been struggling with this over the years. As my studies on the path that I am on for my spiritual development, as my studies developed, I learned that there were different, like, divination languages, like the tarot, I Ching, runes, numerology, and some other things that I can't think of right off. I studied all of those, and I found that there was a common thing in all of them, and it comes back to numbers. And then I started looking at numbers in history, like 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. 9/11, when the event that happened on that day that changed our country and the planet for history. Numbers are always in play. Looking at the time right now, you could see where it says 3:11, and that could be 3:11 in the morning, or it could be 3:11 in the afternoon. Now, if you're looking at 3:11 in the morning, then you probably just awakened from a dream and wondering, it's like, wow, what was that all about? You're looking at the time and finding it really close to the same time that you woke up last time in the middle of the night, where it might have been, like 3:33 or 3:22, but here it's 3:11. That has stuck with me because people have come to me and said, Kevin, guide me in this experience that I'm having where I wake up at the same time and I see the same number. Well, I went over the years, I would say for like the last 6 years, probably 7. I'm sort of old right now, so time flies. It could have been 50 years ago when I was studying this, but I started looking at the times. 3:11, 3:22, 4:20. That's a favorite number too. 69, another favorite number. 1040, which is the number, the tax form that everybody has to cope with. Then there's 4:15, which is the day that taxes are due. There's 3:15, when it's time for classes for school and children and everything to be let out. All these numbers are numbers that remind us of other times and events during the day. So if you were shopping or you went to dinner and your receipt or the total or the bottom line for dinner that day was $14.92, you may remember that that number is associated with Christopher Columbus. And then later, you could get a call from your best friend who lives in Columbus, Ohio. If you go back really quick at the list and see the number 3 and then the number 1 and the words that are associated with it, you take the numbers and you create a phrase with them. In numerology, you reduce the number down to the last possible number, and that gives you a number, a single number of wisdom. But I've come up with a code using the men and numbers, where if you see 4 digits or 3 digits, those are 3 words, and what you do is you come back to the men and numbers code and you translate those 3 numbers into 3 words. So looking at 311, that translates to trust this now. So go back and look at what you were thinking about or worrying about or hoping for, and look at 311 and the message telling you to trust this now. 3 for trust. 1 can be this from the list, and the other one now. Trust this now. And who is telling you this? It's either your spirit guide, your guardian angel, your fairy godmother, or some angel that is supporting the divine plan to help you achieve the results that you are meant to do for this life that you are living on the planet. We learn and grow. If we don't grow, then we get to wait and come back in the next life and live the same life we're living now all over again. Trust this now.